It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research package after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 6 catches, 70 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
From the 27, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounce it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal at the 1. Off the play fake. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats have taken the early lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4th down territory, that really opens things up for you.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with
fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again, Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for New England. Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And Detroit back in possession of the football. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pretty ideal right there. Keeping yourself, get the first down, and get bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Going to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game. Then read.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. James Lynch. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. That is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea, right?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Bojorquez is on to punt as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. When you look to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it, give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll start with the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Koo now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He completes it right side to White. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles? Now Jones on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they try the right side here. Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at.
After review of play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today. Yeah,
he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Second down at 7. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
From the 27, Jones. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Patriots.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Jones on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the 1st down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at it.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd down at 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A 2-yard gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Patterson's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So now the Lions down by a field goal, and time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for New England, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.